Yes, good morning, Linus. Linus Mark.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, that's good. We are going to continue with literacy. This is Teacher Ben. This is Teacher Ben. So you will have your book. We shall be discussing. We shall go through the work that we want to look at. Last week, we talked about personal hygiene. That's what we talked about last week. So before maybe we move any further, I would love to share my screen so that we can move successfully. So for writing, you will write the work later. I will send you the work through WhatsApp, then you can copy the work very well. So we are going to go through this work and then we shall be in position to move successfully. So last week, we talked about personal hygiene. So what is personal hygiene? If you remember, what is personal hygiene?
Keeping your body clean.
Come again?
Keeping your body clean.
Keeping your body clean. That is what we said about personal hygiene. Now, we also looked at the items we use to keep our bodies clean. Can you try to say some of those items?
Soap.
Good. Another one?
Sponge.
Good.
Water.
Good.
Basin.
Very good. Is there any?
Yes.
Which one?
Brushing your teeth.
Oh, brushing your teeth. Brushing your teeth is one of the ways of keeping your body clean. But we are looking at the things we use to keep our bodies clean. Which things do we use for brushing our teeth?
Toothbrush.
Good.
Toothpaste.
Good. As simple as that. So for brushing teeth, you use the toothbrush and also the toothpaste. As simple as that. Now today, we are going to look at today we shall look at the uses of those different parts, or rather the uses of those different things. We shall look at the uses of those things. That's what we shall look at. You mentioned very many of them, but we need to know what is their use. What is their use? That's what we need to know today. So what is the use of those things, or rather those materials? So let's take a look at one, and that is the toothbrush. What is the use of the toothbrush according to what we have here? What is the use of the toothbrush?
Brushing teeth.
Good. What about the razor blade?
Cutting fingernails.
Good. The razor blade is used for cutting fingernails. Let's look at another one, comb. What is the use of the comb?
Brushing your hair.
Brushing the hair. What do you read what I've put in the screen? What are you seeing in the screen? What is the use of the comb?
Combing your hair.
for combing hair. As simple as that. What about the sponge? What is the use of the sponge?
For bathing.
Bathing, or you can say for scrubbing our bodies during bathing. What about the towel? Do you have a towel?
Yes.
So what do you use it for?
For drying the body.
For drying the body. As simple as that. We also have the nail cutter. Do you have one?
Yes.
Mark, do you have one?
Yes.
So what is the use? What do you use it for?
Cutting fingernails.
Cutting fingernails. As simple as that. We also have the pair of scissors. Pair of scissors. This one, for us in the village, those days we could use the pair of scissors for trimming hair. We don't use the machine. Use, especially for children like you, they just use the pair of scissors to trim the hair. They cut the hair using the pair of scissors. So the work of the pair of scissors in keeping your body clean is cutting or trimming hair. As simple as that. So those are some of the parts. So you need to know the uses of all these parts, all these things that we use to clean our bodies. Tomorrow, when we ask you in your examination, we shall say, name 2 materials used to keep our teeth clean. If they say materials used to keep our teeth clean, you mention the toothbrush and also the toothpaste. As simple as that. If they talk about the nails, materials or things or items we use to keep our nails short, you talk about the razor blade, the nail cutter. Those ones, we use them for keeping our nails short. As simple as that. And then the material you use for drying our bodies, this one is the bathing towel or towel. As simple. So let's continue. So you need to know the uses of all those parts. Uses of all those parts. So let's move on. There is a scrubbing brush. Scrubbing brush. This one, we use it commonly to clean the heel, that downer part of the leg. That downer behind part of the leg, we use it for cleaning the heel. You need to scrub it to prevent it from getting some scratches, to remove the dirt that gets stuck there. So the scrubbing brush, use it for cleaning the heel. We also have the scrubbing brush that we use for cleaning the latrines and so on, for scrubbing the latrines. That one is different. That one is bigger. The one we use in latrines and toilets is a little bit bigger. Then this one that we use for cleaning our heel, it is also different. This one is smaller, that you can hold in your hand and then you scrub your heel or your legs. Very well. It is just like that scrubbing brush which we use for scrubbing the jeans. If you have the jean clothes, you use the scrubbing brush and then you clean those jean clothes. So let's move on and talk about other things. So these are the uses of the parts. Last time we talked about the items or materials we use for cleaning our bodies, and you were able to mention these materials: toothpaste, toothbrush, razor blade, the sponge, towel, and so on. Now, today we are looking at the uses of those materials. Now, let's look at the reasons. We need to look at something different, and that is the reasons for keeping our bodies clean. Why should you keep your body clean? Mark, why
Yes.
should you keep your body clean? This is what we are asking for. Reasons for keeping the body clean.
To remove germs.
Very good. To remove germs. When you remove germs, then you will not become sick. When you remove germs, you will not become sick. I say there is another person on the call that has just joined us. That is Nathaniel has just joined us. We have already discussed the uses of items used for cleaning our.
I read this as a teacher.
Yes.
Teacher.
Yes.
I read this as a materials.
Yeah, it is the materials. We have already looked at the materials, the uses of the materials, used for keeping our bodies clean. Those materials used for keeping our bodies are clean. We have already discussed them, and we are now looking at the reasons for keeping the body clean. Why should you keep your body clean? As you, Nathan. For Mark has said that to remove germs. What about you? Why should you keep your body clean?
To avoid being sick.
To avoid what?
Being sick.
To avoid becoming sick. At least somehow, somewhere, it can be correct. There is also Abdul is joining, but has not yet put on his microphone. So we wait for him. As simple as that. So everybody has been able to at least say something. So let's take a look at what we are talking about. All of you have said, Mark said to prevent germs. The other one said So for me, I said, the first reason why you should keep your body clean, why every time you have to brush your teeth after eating, you have to brush your teeth, you have to bathe at least twice a day, you have to do a lot of things, is to avoid bad smell. You have to wash your clothes, is to avoid bad smell. Nathaniel, can you say that? To avoid bad smell.
To avoid bad smell.
Yes, Mark, can you also say that?
To
Mark?
avoid bad smell.
Good. Then Abdul, Obed, can you also say that same point, the reason why we keep our bodies clean? Oh, he's already off. I think his internet is not very, very good. So why you're supposed to wash your clothes, bathe regularly, and also brush your teeth after every meal is to avoid bad smell. Let's move on. Then the other point is, who can read first this one by show of hands? If you want to read first, you can raise up your hand. But it's simple. Let me ask Mark, can you read first that?
To be smart.
So for me, the reason why I keep my body clean is to be smart. As simple as that, to be smart. So each one of you should also be able to do that. Clean your body, make sure you comb your hair, wash your clothes, bathe regularly, brush your teeth, and do everything. Comb, cut your nails, keep your nails short like that in order for you to be smart. As simple as that. Then the other one is, the other one, you can also say that I want Abdul to read first that point. The other reason that Mark told us that the reason why he keeps his body clean is to prevent germs. So let me have Abdul to read first that. Abdul, can you read first that?
Teacher.
I'm asking
Teacher.
Abdul to read first that. So you first to, so he has not joined with the microphone. Okay. So let me have Nathan. Nathan, can you read first that?
I was saying that Abdul not unmuted.
He does not even have the microphone. That's the problem. So let's move on. Let me have Mark, not Nathan, read first that point.
To avoid germs.
Yeah, if you don't want to germs, because it is the germs that bring diseases. Is there anybody who wants to be sick?
No.
Nobody wants to be sick. So you have to keep your body clean so that you cannot become sick. If you don't keep your body clean, you will become sick. So you have to be very careful. So for me, I keep my body clean to avoid the germs. When I avoid germs, I don't become sick. But you find some children, they eat without washing hands. They eat leftover food. They eat uncovered food. They eat food that has fallen down. They eat food that has been open there. The flies were landing on the food. So they become sick. You find them saying, I have stomach ache. My stomach is paining. I'm dilating. Because they did not brush teeth. They ate without washing hands. So you have to be very, very careful. If you're not careful, you will continue becoming sick because you're careless with yourself. You don't keep your body clean. Then the other point is that I want to Max on to read for us is this. Is that. Yes, Mark. Yes, Mark. Linus, Mark is not speaking. Can I have Nathan to read first that point, that reason?
To prevent diseases.
To prevent diseases. As simple as that. To prevent a disease. I think that is it. So if they ask you tomorrow, if I bring for you exams, then I ask you, give any 2 reasons for keeping the body clean. Which reasons will you give? If I just want 2, these are 4, but I want 2. Let me start with Nathan. If I ask for 2 reasons, which ones will you give?
To avoid germs, to prevent diseases.
Okay, that is according to Nathan. You will give those 2. What about Mark? If I say give 2 reasons for keeping the body clean, Mark, what will you say?
To be smart.
Good. And which one?
To Avoid bad smell.
To be smart and to avoid bad smell. Wonderful. Wonderful children. Nathan said to avoid germs and to prevent diseases, while Mark said to avoid bad smell and to be smart. Very, very wonderful, children. I like it so much. So let's move on to the next thing. I think we need to have some questions to answer because I'm seeing you guys are very, very excellent. Let's have some questions to answer. Let's have some questions to answer. But before we look at other questions, there is also this one. Are you seeing some people? Some people are healthy. The reason why they are healthy, being healthy is being free from diseases. You're seeing someone is not sick every day. The person is fine. So that person who is not sick is the one we call the person who is healthy. Like for me, I'm healthy because I keep my body clean. So I'm healthy, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. So when you keep your body clean, you'll make sure that all this, you'll be smart, you'll avoid bad smell, you'll avoid germs, you'll prevent diseases, and you become healthy. You become healthy. As simple as that. So that is it. So you should also make sure that you be healthy, you be clean. Be clean to be healthy. When you're healthy, it means you don't have germs, you don't have bad smell, you don't have any disease. So you become healthy and even smart. Okay, so that is what you need to know. I will be sending you this work, you'll write it later. So let's have some questions, answer some questions, then we shall call it a day. Because you guys know this work. We have two activities, two exercises that I want you to do. The first one is this. I want to have somebody to read for us this question. Who would like to read for us? Read for us that question. Okay, let me give Mark, can you read for us that question? Okay, Nathan has raised his hand. Yes, Nathan.
Which part of the body do we clean every morning and
Come again.
every after?
Yes,
Which
Nathan is.
part
Nathan.
of the
Yes. Which part of the body do we clean every morning and after a meal? Every morning and every after a meal. So that is what Nathan was trying to read, but his network was a little bit breaking. Breaking. Shamadan Sharon, Shalom. I don't know who is using their computer. I see your hand up. Please speak.
Teacher, excuse me,
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
I didn't understand. I wasn't there, teacher.
You delayed. I put this notice yesterday and tried even calling some of the numbers, but some people were not picking their phones. So we have looked at, can we listen? We started from the uses of the materials we used to keep our bodies clean. Uses of the materials we use to keep our bodies clean. And we were able to mention those different materials first, which we looked at in the previous lesson. We looked at the materials we use to keep our bodies are clean. I'm going to send a work. I'm going to send a work here on the site, and then you will be, I'm going to send a work via WhatsApp, and then you will be able to copy that work.
Okay, teacher.
You will copy that work. So now we are looking at the questions. We have also looked at the reasons why we should keep our bodies clean. Now we are already in the assignment. We are just going through these questions. Then you guys will do the questions at home. So we are looking at which part of the body do we clean every morning and every after a meal. So which part of the body could that be? If I can ask someone, which part of the body is that?
That is.
That is Mark. Mark has said the teeth. And the answer is correct. So let's move to the next question. Why do we brush teeth? Why do we brush teeth? By show of hands. You have to raise up your hand. Yes, Nathan? Why do we brush teeth? Okay, let me give someone.
To avoid smell. To avoid bad smell.
To avoid bad smell. The answer is very correct. You can also, another person can also add and say to avoid tooth decay. Because if you don't brush your teeth will decay. They will rot. To avoid tooth decay, the mouth will start smelling and then the teeth will decay. Okay, so let's move to the next question, and that is it. Let me have someone. The question says, what do people use to cut fingernails? What do people use to cut fingernails? By show of hands, you have to raise up your hand. You have to raise up your hand. Yes, Nathan?
Nail cutter.
Nail cutter. Is there any other thing that you can use to cut the fingers? Let me ask Mark. Is there any other material apart from the nail cutter?
Yes.
Razor blade.
What is that?
Razor blade.
Good. You can also use a razor blade to cut your fingernails. Very good. So here we have two items that we use to cut our fingernails. You can use the nail cutter, and then you can also use a razor blade. Our friend, some of our friends have Abdul is having internet problem, so he's really affected. So let's move to the next question, and this is it. The question says, name two things used to clean these body parts. Which body parts are these? Let's have the first one, teeth. Which things do we use to clean the teeth? Which things do we use to clean the teeth? Yes, let's hear from Abdul. What do you use to clean your teeth?
Brush.
You have to say toothbrush. You have to say the toothbrush, and then what? Do you use only the brush?
Toothpaste.
There is also what we call the toothpaste. So here you will answer, you will put in one space, you will say you have the toothbrush, and then in the other space you will say you have the toothpaste. As simple as that. So let's move to the next question. We have, by the way, two activities here. This is activity one. Let's move to the next. Which two things do we use to clean our hands? Things we use to clean our hands. Things we use to clean. Please wait for me to choose you, and then you speak. Wait for me to choose you. So let's first hear from Shamad, someone using that computer. Shamad. What do you use to clean your hands? You have to unmute, then you speak.
Soap and water.
Good. You use soap and water. Good. So here you will put soap and then the other side, water. Okay. Aha. So let's move on. We still have other questions. Activity 2. Why do people bathe? Everybody here, I see you guys do bathe. Every time you bathe, every time you bathe. Why do you bathe? Let's hear from Mark. Mark, why do you bathe?
To avoid bad smell.
Good, to avoid bad smell. What about you, Nathan? Why do you bathe?
To be smart.
To be smart.
Smart.
What about Shamad? Why do you bathe?
Be beautiful.
To be? By the way, your answer is good. She said, I don't know.
Mad.
What's your name?
Divine.
Divine? You can change it when you're joining the meeting. You first rename. You remove Shamad and Shalom. You just put Divine. You put your name. So that when I'm calling, I call your specific name. Not again. Some people leave there the father's name. Then I keep calling the father. It's not good. Or the mother. It's not good. You have to put there your own name. When you're joining, after putting the meeting ID, the next step is the name. So you first remove the name which is there, then you put yours. Another time again, the other person will also remove yours, and then like that, especially if you're sharing the laptop or the phone. You have to keep changing the names depending on who is using the device. Thank you. I see Divine already here. Okay, so let's move on. So we are talking about why people bathe. And Mark has told us that, we bathe to be just to avoid a bad smell. And then Nathan said to be smart. But you can also say to be healthy, to prevent diseases, and to, yeah, all those ways. To avoid germs, to avoid bad smell, to look smart, to prevent diseases, and to be healthy. So those are the reasons why people do bathe. So let's move to the next question. So here they even guided you. By the way, we even have the answers. They started here. Why do people bathe? Then this one started. We have started for you. To be. So it is now upon you to complete. Then again, to avoid. So we have the answers down here. You choose. And so which one is this? The first one is to be what? To be dirty or to be smart? Or to be bad smell? That one does not come. So which one among these two? Definitely you will say to be smart. And then the other one is to avoid bad smell. So that one has its answers there. You choose. Then we also have another question. 2 uses of water. Uses of water. All of us know the uses of water. Let me start with Divine. Give 1 use of water. You have to unmute first, then you speak. 1 use of water.
Excuse me, teacher.
1 use of water. Okay, let me hear from another person. Mark?
Washing hands.
For washing hands. What about Nathan? What is the use of water?
Washing face.
You can also use the water for washing your face, washing hands, drinking, cooking. Don't you use water for washing at home? You use water for washing.
Yes.
You use water for washing. You also use water for cooking. You use water for drinking. You use water for washing hands, as you've said, washing utensils. So we started for you for drinking, for washing, for cooking. It is upon you to choose which one. And we have put even some answers here. So it is you to choose whether we use water for digging or we use water for writing. If we use water for writing, you put there that we use water for writing. If we use water for digging, you also put there we use water for digging. If you use water for bathing, then you put there we use water for bathing, brushing, and washing. Okay, I want people to write this work slowly, slowly. Nice handwriting. For me, I don't mark. If you bring work when it is dirty, I will not even. I'll just look at it there. And so you have to write it very, very well. Next question, why do we wash hands before eating? Every time at home, you that first your hand. Why do they have to tell you to wash your hands first? Why? Why? Divine, why do you wash your hands before?
Pardon?
Why do we wash?
Pardon?
Why do we wash hands before eating? The question is there.
Be healthy.
Let's have another person. Mark, why do we wash hands before eating?
To avoid diseases.
To avoid diseases, correct? What about Nathan? Why should we wash hands?
To be healthy.
To be healthy. The answer is correct. Because with your hands, you will stay healthy. You will not become sick. Next question. Next question.
Teacher,
Yes, please.
is something wrong with your internet?
What is wrong?
Is something wrong with your internet?
I'm saying, what is wrong with my internet? Can't you hear me?
Yes.
That's the problem. For me, I can hear you very, very, very well. And mine seems to be stabler. That's why I can hear everybody very well. I can hear everybody very, very well. Maybe it's bad, but that's it. So what do people use to wash hands? This is almost the same question like the other one. What do people use? It is just the same thing. So the answers are here. What do people use to wash hands? Do they use clothes? If it is true, you put there. Do people use soap? If it is true, you put there. Do people use soil? If it is true, you put there. Okay. So that's it. Then this should be the last question. We use soap in order to dash germs. We use soap in order to do what?
Kill germs.
Good. We use soap in order to kill germs. That is the correct answer. We use a soap to kill germs. As simple as that. So that is what I wanted you guys to look at today. For those who were not here when we started with this. We started with this. We looked at the uses of the materials for cleaning the body. And we looked at these materials. The toothbrush, we said this one is used for brushing teeth. We also talked about the razor blade. We said it is used for cutting fingernails. We looked at the comb. We say this one is used for combing hair. The sponge, we said it is used for bathing. The towel for drying the body. Nail cutter for cutting fingernails. Pair of scissors for trimming hair. Scrubbing brush for cleaning the heel. And then we also looked at the reasons for keeping the body clean. Why should you keep your body clean? Why do you have to cut your fingernails every time they grow? Why do you have to shave your hair? Why do you have to bathe every day? Why do you wash your clothing? Why do you wash your beddings? Why do you brush your teeth? These are the reasons that we are giving. 1 is to avoid bad smell. 2, to be smart. 3, to avoid germs. 4, to prevent diseases. 5, to be healthy. As simple as that. So those are the reasons why every one of you should keep your body clean. And then we looked at these activities and so on. So all these activities, we have already discussed it, all of them. So I want to thank you so much for attending this lesson. This is
Bye, teacher.
what we intend to look at today. We shall meet next time. We will
Bye,
expect
teacher.
you to do the work, and then I will check it via WhatsApp. Our friend Abdul was disturbed by internet, so we shall meet next time. Have a good day, guys.
You too, teacher.
Okay.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. See you next time.
You too. That's all, teacher. We can make it big, that's how it is. Let me see. Teacher, see you. Bye, teacher. I'm done. You're also going to work. Class is over. Akwata yangu mkono wako ogenda gumini. Ide. Me.
Ono semigo okuba obwedde akaba naye tomwesonyi omuliko omukuba kiki
Leave.
Windy.